This man witnessed his son being murdered by a gang member. He rushed forward and grabbed the thug. During the fierce struggle, John ripped the hood off the man's head. John saw the man's true face. The man shook John off and fled. John held his lifeless son, overcome with grief. Soon the police apprehended the man, but on the day of the trial, John claimed that it was too dark to see that man's face. Because John knew there was no death penalty in that area, the man would face a maximum sentence of 3 years. John decided to take revenge for his son himself. The judge released the man due to insufficient evidence. The man's accomplices also gathered outside the courthouse as if they had won a victory. John watched them from a short distance away. The gang drove away, and John secretly followed them. He also tracked down the man's residence. That night, John grabbed a dagger from the warehouse and stormed into the man's home. The man showed not a shred of remorse. He even insulted John's son. John rushed forward in a rage, grabbed the dagger, and stabbed the man viciously. Then John pulled out the dagger, wiped the fingerprints off the handle, and threw it into the river. When the gang boss learned of the man's murder, he concluded that John was responsible. So early the next morning, a thug burst into John's office carrying a package. John opened the package and found a family photo inside. Red lines had been drawn all over the photo. Terrified, John immediately called the police for help. That night, officers patrolled outside John's home. John kept watch at the stairwell. Suddenly, a piercing car horn startled him. John pulled back the curtains and discovered that the police officer had been murdered. Before John could react, the gangsters had already broken into his home. John fought the gangsters with all his might, but he was outnumbered. Soon, the gang leader ordered his men to tie John's family up. John rushed forward to stop them, but it was too late. The family lay there, fallen in a pool of blood. But what the gang leader didn't know was that John wasn't dead.